like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind? Please, Lord, give me a sign, a sign. I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind?
What's going on, forum? It's Dr. Deviate. Man, it feels good to be back. I'm telling you, I got to ride today for the first time since my back surgery, and it went very well. Comfortable morning here in Texas. Got hot this evening, but it's to be expected right now, so definitely was a good ride. Me and Pumbaa made it back safely. Here's Pumbaa. It was a good ride. I really enjoyed it. Didn't hurt my back. I think that the modifications that I made to the bike really helped me out, so happy about that. With the 1.5 inch drop pegs and the 1 inch bar risers and so on and so forth. But that's what this video is about today. We're going to talk about the foot pegs. First and foremost, I had a gentleman, here's his name. I thank him so very much for asking me the question, can you please make a video about your foot pegs and where you got them and so on and so forth. So that's what I'm doing today. Also, this gentleman here, he asked me about, some of my riding habits, I would say, about riding wheelies and that kind of stuff. And we'll talk about that at the end of this video, okay? So let's talk about these foot pegs. They're CNC machined aluminum foot pegs. They're totally adjustable, meaning so when you bolt them in to where the original foot pegs, where they drop down, okay, they don't just come straight down. You can adjust them. You can adjust them back. You can adjust them forward. They're very adjustable, and they're made out of aluminum, and they're anodized, so the color doesn't come off. It holds up very well. Okay, so we're going to talk about today. I'm going to show them to you today. I got them on eBay, and they were 49 bucks, I believe is what it is. I'll put the link in the description below. Go check it out. They have every color under the sun and the rainbow, pretty much. Good quality foot peg, honestly. All you have to do is just keep the original spring from the original ones and the pin that holds them in with the little, clip. That's it. They supply everything else for the foot peg. They look good, the fitment's good, and trust me, if you want a drop peg, this is the way to go. They are very comfortable. So now let's look at them, okay? There we go. That's what they look like. As you can see, there's a lot of clearance still. There's a whole lot of clearance. So I think you could possibly get away with a 45 mil. This is a 40 mil drop. I think you could get away with a 45 mil drop, which is just under 2 inches. I'm talking with the seller right now on eBay, seeing if he has any power to, maybe have some 45 mil arms machined, because I might not be able to put them straight down. They may hit the exhaust on the right side, but I can angle them a little bit to make that clearance up. But I honestly think they'll fit. They'll be close, but I think they'll fit. But here's the opposite side right here. As you can see, it's the original pin and clip and the original spring. Everything else is supplied, okay? It's a really good foot peg. I've had these for, the bike's got about 2,000 miles on it right now, so it's been ridden quite a bit, and as you can see, they still look black, they still look great. I highly recommend them if you're looking for that style of foot peg. I like the round ones because it allows me to slip my foot on and off and tilt my foot even more than I can with the flat ones, if that makes any sense to you. So yes, thank you so much for the question, and I hope this helps you out. Now to get to this gentleman's question about wheeling. In my younger days, I was quite a bit more accepting to picking the front end up and, you know, a little higher and riding wheelies out a little further. In all honesty, I rode wheelies in power, okay? I never was the guy that would bring it all the way back to the balance point like you'll see so many riders do. They just have a lot more equilibrium than I do. I had a hard time keeping the bike, you know, balanced way up there. Never tried it on a large street bike, but I have tried it on dirt bikes and stuff like that with not very good success, riding that high up on the wheelie in that balance area. So I never really pushed a point on street bikes doing it that high. Now I have picked it up, you know, 2-3 feet on the street bike in power. I feel pretty comfortable with that, used to anyway. Here's a video here. I'll show you. This is about as high as I today am comfortable with. About a foot or so off the ground. If you look at the video, it doesn't look like it's lifting. You have to really pay attention, but you can see the front end come up. And of course, if you look at the center dash, you see it flashing lift, 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 lift. It's warning me that the bike's up, okay? But at that, you know, that foot, you know, half to a foot, I'm very comfortable with that. It's in power. As you can see, I just short shifted it, set it back down, and continued my lane change and moved on about my business. I'm comfortable with that in my age. You know, I'm in my 50s. My equilibrium ain't what it used to be. My hand and eye coordination ain't what it used to be. I honestly didn't notice that I was deteriorating this much until I started having I'm playing video games with my boys who are young men now in their 20s and 30s, you know, and they're just kicking my butt. I mean, their hand and eye coordination is just so good, and their balance is so good. You know, they can do things now that I can't do. I thought I could still do it, but I can't. So, you know, that was kind of an eye-opener, and I carried that over into my riding habits with this particular motorcycle. I have to respect this bike. It's the most powerful machine that I've ever owned by far. I've never had a 1340cc bike. This is a halo bike for me. It's the bike that I always wanted. I always wanted this bike, but I never bought it for myself because, to be honest with you, in my 20s and maybe in my 30s, I think this bike would have hurt me, okay? I had 600s and 750s and, you know, different stuff like that, and I rode the dog mess out of those bikes. But they just didn't have the power or the torque of this thing. And this bike can get you in trouble. It sneaks up on you really quick. It's very deceiving. If you guys have it, you know. They mile per hour in a way that it kind of lies to you. Well, if you're not looking at your speedometer and you're just getting down, you think you're going 90, 80, 90 mile an hour, when in reality you look down, you're at 140, 160, and it's cooking. And now you have a almost 600-pound motorcycle with, I don't know if you weigh 150, 200 pounds, whatever, you say 200-pound rider, okay, that's 800 pounds. This thing's a freight train to stop. Even with the Brembo brakes, it struggles to stop at those speeds. So it is a deceiving bike because it's easy to ride, and it just floats. It's just a fantastic motorcycle. But back, I digress. I've gone off rails again. I'd love talking about this motorcycle. Me personally, this is about all I'm comfortable with anymore. About a foot off the ground into power, I'm okay. I will accept that. I actually kind of enjoy it from time to time. Anything more than that, though, I'm going to shift and set it down, guys. I'm going to short shift it and set it down. If you're looking for me to stand this thing up on the on its hind leg and get it to that teeter point, this is not something I'm going to do. Not at my age and not with my deteriorating equilibrium and my hand and eye coordination just ain't what it used to be. The diabetes, I do have diabetes. It does affect my coordination. It affects my feet. So I'm just not comfortable anymore doing that, guys. Maybe 20 years ago, I would have obliged you and stood the bike up a lot higher and did a lot more reckless stuff. But today, not so much, guys. I'm in my 50s. I'm not going to tell you exactly how old I am, but I am in my 50s, and I'm old enough to know better, okay? I'm young enough to still have fun, but I'm old enough to know better. And that's where I'm going to leave it. So to you two gentlemen, I appreciate your comments and your questions. I hope this video answered a lot of your questions that you may have. Like I said, check the link below in the description for the foot pegs. I believe they're like $49 on eBay. They're CNC aluminum, really nice. I believe it's free shipping, but double check on the link. And yeah, like I said, foot off the ground wheelie, I'm cool with that, but no higher, guys. I'll ride it, you know, for as long as it'll let me carry off, you know, on a foot. But anything more than that, no, I don't really like it. Okay. So let me know below, you know, do you guys like to stand them up? Do you like to carry them all out there? Send me some videos, because to be honest with you, I enjoy watching that stuff, so I just can't do it anymore. All right, gentlemen, ladies, it was a pleasure. I'm glad to be back. I'm glad to be making videos. Yeah, hopefully more to come. I am working on that reply to Yammy Noob about the Hayabusa, okay? It's proven to be difficult. I'm not a seasoned content creator, and this has taken me some time, guys, because I want to make a decent video. Yes, I'm not coming out like just a trash Yammy Noob. No. He made a clickbait parody, and it was what it is what it is, okay? What I'm trying to do is I want to tell the Hayabusa story the way that I saw it, and the way that most of the people on the street saw it when it happened, and what it meant to us. I'm hoping in doing this that I can purvey why we love this bike so much, why it is the OG gangster, okay? And what Suzuki did to Honda and the way they did it, I mean, it was the original kill shot, okay? So stick around for that. I'm working on it, guys. I had to buy a microphone. I had to buy a voice processor. I had to buy all this audio equipment. I am not monetized, so I don't make money off of YouTube. This is coming out of my pocket. I'm learning how to use this equipment, and also I'm learning how to write, and that's hard because I need to write this out and record the audio separate from the video. So yeah, it's a lot of planning ahead and stuff like that. I'm just not very good at it yet, guys, but I'm working on it. So I digress again. I've gone off the rails. Till next time, be safe, keep it upright, and peace.
I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind? Please, Lord, give me a sign, a sign. I feel like I'm losing my mind.